Moli Shanibonsei, welcome or welcome back to my channel, or the other way around. Welcome back or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. My name is Tembi, and today we're going to hop onto the Asian continent, and we're going to be looking at some interior design by the Indonesians. So this is going to be a brief overview of the country's interior design. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to break it down into the Bali interior design style and so on and so forth. So for now, we're going to be looking at an overview, basically a brief overview of the entire country's interior design aesthetic or concepts. So grab a cup of coffee or tea or snack, and let's get right into today's video. Indonesian interior design harmonizes natural tropical warmth with rich cultural heritage. It seamlessly blends traditional handcrafted artisan elements such as rattan. You're also going to find a lot of teak wood in their designs or in their furniture, and intricate wood carvings as well. And these are usually combined with modern architecture. So signature features include open concept layouts, which I think are great for any type of tropical areas or places. Like I mentioned in the Brazilian video, I think open concept works really well in tropical places or places where the views are absolutely amazing, in my opinion. And then you're also going to find earthy color palettes and a seamless indoor-outdoor flow. Yeah, why not? Indonesia is a coastal country, if I'm not mistaken, and so if you have access to the ocean, I think even the areas that are landlocked, I think it's just good to have that indoor-outdoor type of living, because it really does help you to experience nature on a daily basis rather than being locked up in your homes and just being stuck inside a box. So I think that everybody should be able to adopt that way of living or that type of lifestyle. Let's go ahead and look at the core elements and the features of this country's interior design styles. So we are looking at natural materials. Extensive use of locally sourced materials like rattan, bamboo, teak wood, and volcanic stone are used to establish an organic grounding aesthetic. Now, those of you that follow interior design trends probably remember, I'm not sure if it was the late 2010s or early 2020s when rattan was everywhere. It was trending everywhere. People were enjoying that boho type of vibe, and I thought that that was super cool. The only problem with us in the West is that whenever a trend catches on, we tend to overuse it, or oversaturate it. And so it ends up going out of style even when it shouldn't. Because something like rattan, in my opinion, should be a staple for places like your patio, or you could have it in your garden, you could have it on a terrace, you could have it on your balcony. I think that that type of material is just perfect for the outdoors. And of course you can bring it indoors as well, especially if maybe you do live in more of a tropical Mediterranean climate. I think the problem with being in the US is we wanted to live like the rest of the world when it just didn't make sense for us to have rattan everywhere. But that doesn't mean that you can't incorporate some rattan pieces into your homes. I think you just need to be able to incorporate these items sparingly so that way you don't feel overwhelmed and they don't go out of style very quickly. So that's a design tip for you. Now let's go ahead and move on. You're also going to be seeing indoor-outdoor integration. This blurs the barrier between the home and nature. via large open air spaces. So just like the Brazilians, you're going to find floor to ceiling windows in a lot of the homes, and also integrated courtyard greenery. So they tend to have courtyards in Indonesia as well, which just makes sense in my opinion because it's pretty hot, probably humid as well. So courtyard will makes a lot of sense, so that at least you're able to hang out in an area that's a little bit cooler than being outside like that. If that makes sense. Let's move on to handcrafted textiles. So there's an incorporation of traditional dyed fabrics like batik and ikat or ikat, as well as textured woven baskets to add cultural depth and visual interest. So the addition of natural materials really brings that sense of earthiness into a space, and it also brings a sense of calmness because there's just something that's very calming about nature and about having natural materials in your home. So that is a pretty easy way for you to be able to bring in that sense of serenity in your spaces. Then you're going to find earthy color palettes. So the base tones rely on soft creams. That sounds amazing. Beiges and terracottas, just like North African. That's cool. Layered with rich wood tones and vibrant indoor plants. So I guess the vibrancy comes from the types of plants that they use. I'm going to give you some examples here on the screen. I think that that's a really cool way of being able to bring in color into your spaces so that the space just doesn't look washed out by the beige, because beige can look quite boring if you overdo it. You have to do it very skillfully, in my opinion. Now, the common styles that you're going to find the tropical Bali bohemian. So this emphasizes relaxation and spirituality, and it utilizes bohemian decor such as carved wood doors and open lounging spaces. And then there's also the contemporary tropical, for those of you that like contemporary spaces. This combines traditional Indonesian structural techniques with sleek, minimalist, and modern high standard living. So feel free to pick your poison or rather to pick your preference when it comes to these two design styles. But ultimately, what I do like about Indonesian interior design is that there's just this sense of relaxation that comes into play in a lot of the aesthetics of their homes. And if you're the type of person who likes that laid back vibe, you don't want things to look too fussy or things to look too intricate, and well, not intricate, but if you don't want your home to look like a palace, like a Queen's palace, for instance, where you have all this complicated design going on, then this is something that you can definitely try. I kind of imagine the Indonesians to be people who don't take life too seriously. So, it's about lounging, family time, or getting to hang out and enjoy nature or the weather, and just taking it one day at a time. And that's the type of lifestyle that I would definitely like to adopt moving forward, because being in the West, it's very difficult for you to have that no worries type of attitude, because it's always a rat race. But I really do like the Indonesian interior design style, and I'm not even just going to call it a design style, but more so a lifestyle, because it just really gives you that sense of not overthinking it and not taking life too seriously. And I think that is a really good life lesson to take away from them, is do not take life too seriously, you know? Sometimes all you have to do is just put your cares aside or your worries aside and just take everything in and let tomorrow take care of itself, okay? So that is everything that I wanted to share with you in today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and for the responses that I've been getting from all of you beautiful people during this series. I really appreciate all of you. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also hype it up if you're able to. And don't forget to subscribe. And feel free to let me know which country in Europe that you'd like me to cover. I'm considering covering the southern part of Europe, either that, so the more Mediterranean type of climate countries, or maybe we can take a look at Eastern Europe, because I think that that is definitely rich in culture. That region is very rich in culture. So that is that. I will see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.